The newest Russian flying radar A-100 Premier performed the first flight as part of ongoing tests with a working radar station. The previous A-100 flight was reported in February 2019, while the prototype Premier had performed the first flight as part of preliminary tests. Before that, the A-100LL Flying Laboratory performed several flights as part of flight design tests. Russia began working on experimental design work, the Premier 476, to create a multifunctional aircraft for air surveillance and control back in 2013. The completion of the building and testing of the A-100 is scheduled for 2024. After that, serial production of the aircraft and the replacement of their predecessors, the A-50 and the modernized A-50U, should begin. The AEW&C shall be placed 200 kilometers from the front line and can detect far into the depths of enemies' defenses. The latest AEW&C aircraft can transmit target data fully automatic without using voice communication. The Russians say that it is almost impossible to muffle it with electronic warfare. Now, compared to the aircraft of the A-50 family, the tasks of the A-100 Premier are significantly expanded, while this is also noticeable by its official name. The military department has designated the plane a multifunctional aviation complex of radar, patrol and guidance. According to the military, with the help of its radar, the Premier will be able to detect air and sea and ground targets. The officers and specialists on board will be able to direct high-precision land, air and naval weapons at the enemy. The onboard communication equipment allows the aircraft to be integrated into modern automated control systems. It can transmit real-time aerial information to ground headquarters and air defense systems. While in the recent years, the Russian aerospace forces have gained practical experience using the AWACS aircraft in combat situations. After the Western coalition attacks on the Syrian Shayrat airbase in 2017, one or two A-50s are constantly on duty at the Russian Khmeimim base. They are used to monitor the air situation over Syria. However, the main advantage of the A-100 is the new dual-band phased array radar. It has an increased detection range and can better distinguish targets, including aircraft invisible to conventional radars and cruise missiles created using stealth technologies. According to the general designer of the Vega concern, with the new equipment, the aircraft surpasses all foreign analogs, including the American Boeing E-3 Sentry. The Russian flying radar can simultaneously track up to 300 targets at 650 km. The aircraft received a digital control system and a modern glass cockpit with multifunctional indicators instead of mechanical instruments. Now, under the Premier 476 program, the new radar equipment was first mounted on an old 1990 built AWACS A-50 aircraft. It became a flying laboratory which worked out the individual elements of the complex. Well, the only new built A-100 to date took off on November 18, 2017. In February 2019, it began testing all the equipment in the complex. Currently, specialists in development companies are engaged in fine-tuning equipment.